Yeah, it's your boy Greenruff here, back with another video, and today I got something video, guys, man. Today we're gonna be back with the discussion videos. You're most likely gonna see a lot of discussion videos throughout these 4 months since I'm basically done with college this college semester. I do have 2 more years, but I am taking the summer off. I'm not doing no summer classes, so I'm gonna be uploading. I'm trying to upload 2 times a day. So there's going to be a lot more discussion videos just for me to push out more content for you guys and everything. And I've been seeing you guys in the comments where I was talking about I need you guys help with the future channel update and everything. A lot more people are saying to post more discussions like I used to do back in a couple months, like past few months. I used to do a lot more, but I kind of slowed down on it. So yeah, I definitely want to bring more discussions, really hear you guys' thoughts and everything. Without further ado, let's dive on into this video. So this video, it's talking about GT. We're talking about GT because GT has been getting some noise. You feel me? We just started off with the ZENKAI Super 17. Let's go to the GT tag real quick. We can go here. Where is it at? GT. So they started off ZENKAI. This guy, it was like, okay, androids, GT, okay. But we saw his Z ability, and it was for green GT units. So it's okay. They started off with him, and then bam, a couple weeks later, they ZENKAI this man. ZENKAI Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and I was like, oh, okay, so now they're really going crazy with the GT. Then they release, I believe, yeah. Then they have the Legends Limited Super Saiyan 4 Goku. We're not going to talk about him because he's not really all that good in my opinion. And then we just got announced that this guy's going to get a ZENKAI. Like I don't know when I'm going to post this recording, but he's basically going to get a ZENKAI like this week. So. I mean, we got three new ZENKAIs, and then we got a new LF unit, right? And a lot of people are gonna be looking at like, okay, GT looking really good. They got 3 ZENKAIs in a month, wow, and a new LF. So they're making them look really good. But I still feel like, I don't know. This is just me. I feel like if GT wants to, even with these 3 ZENKAIs, this new LF, I really feel like if GT wants to really be dominant, like really be a scary team, I feel like they need a support unit. Now, looking at the GT lineup, they basically have 2 support units on their team, and now I'm kind of deciding on which ones should they ZENKAI for the team, because both of them are ZENKAI, but they both kind of do 2 different things. Now, for example, I have these support units on the bottom, like Vados, Goten, and Cooler, because they make their team good. Like I know LOE isn't doing hot right now, but when LOE does start popping off, you're gonna see a lot of people running Cooler because of those for that support buff that he gives to LOE units. Vados is amazing because what she does for God Key and for Rival Universe. Goten is amazing for Sun Family and Hybrids. And then you have people like Legends Road Piccolo for Legends Road and Regen. Then you have Android 21 for basically girls and androids, Regen, whatever. Like all these really top dog teams really have that support buffs. Like even the Super Saiyans, even though Bardock is not a Super Saiyan, is not a support unit, he has support capabilities in his thing where he gives a Super Saiyan crit buff. That's what makes Super Saiyan so dangerous. It's because of him. Even though he's a melee unit, he has those Super Saiyan support buffs. So that's what I feel like GT is lacking. If you look at Vegeta, right, Vegeta does have some support capabilities. When you pop his main ability, he gives this right here. But I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like there needs to be like a straight up, like a pure support unit for GT. Because like I feel like God Key wouldn't be the team as it was if it wasn't for this unit right here. So I really feel like if GT wants to really be up there and like really be a top dog and competing against these other teams as being one of the best units in the best teams in the game, they need to have a support unit ZENKAI. So we're gonna be talking about these 2, Baby Vegeta and then Super Baby 2. So let's start out with Baby Vegeta because he is a support unit, as you guys can see here for GT. Let's check out his main ability and stuff. So We're going to go to his unique ability. Well, first, his Z ability is to a 28% to GT and Saiyan strike attack, which is not really the best. I feel like that's one of GT's main flaws as well, is they only do single buffs compared to double buffs, where there's a lot of teams that does, say, 28% to GT strike attack and defense. Wow, there's a lot of GT units that just only does one, like 33% to strike, 33% to blast, you know? So I really feel like that's one of the flaws for GT, but let's check his ability. So depending on if he's paired up with other Saiyans or GT, he comes in with this: 30% damage inflicted and increased card draw speed, and then 20% damage inflicted 5 time counts upon arch while enemy is afflicted with bleed or heavy bleed. So this kind of reminds me of like Vados, but instead he does not come in with key like what Vados does. Vados comes in with key, damage inflicted, and card draw speed. He comes in with card draw speed and damage inflicted. So that means he can really prolong a combo if you do come in with key when you switch him in. So he can buy you a ton of time, similar to like Vados. And then Fearsome Plan. 30% damage against tag. Vegeta fan reduces damage received by Goku by 20, and then applies the following effects to allies when he switches to standby. So he gives them restores ki by 30, and he gives 30% damage inflicted so when he switches out. So similar to like what Vados does too. When she switches out, she gives ki and damage inflicted, and she also gives health. Like she gives extra health when she paired up with God Ki or Rival Universe. So he does not have that, but this guy looks like a really good support. He comes in, he can buy you some time. He's not gonna really do the most crazy amount of damage, but I feel like if you get a Zenkai, he'll be really solid, because as long as he switches out, he gives you support damage for your other Zenkai units, for Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta to hit super hard. Purple, red, green is a really good color counter for each other, because they color counter each other. Purple is weak to yellow, so that's why you have Vegeta, and then red is weak to blue, which is why you have support baby. So that would actually work really good. And then his main ability, he gives a ton of debuffs to the enemy, which is it's okay, but it's not really the best. Like say for example, Vados gives damage inflicted to her allies and health, and I think she also cancels downgrades and all that stuff. So I feel like his main ability isn't really the best as in support. It's okay because it does give enemy 50% damage received. That's a huge debuff right there, which is really good. Minus 100% key recovery. That's really good. And then minus 1 to card draw speed for 20 time counts. So that's not really bad of a debuff. So yeah, so that's basically Baby. Now we're going to check on Super Baby 2. A lot of people are not going to want him to get a Zenkai because he's going to be on region, you know what I'm saying? You know, like if he gets a Zenkai, you know what I'm saying? The region boys go crazy. But anyways, let's talk about what he does. So his unique ability, first he does extra damage to say Saiyans and hybrids. Saiyans is pretty dominant right now. Saiyans is one of the best teams in the game. You could say they're top 1 or top 2 competing with androids in my opinion. And he does extra damage to hybrids, so he is a blue unit. He does do extra damage to Gohan because he is a blue unit, and Gohan is a hybrid, so he does an extra 40% damage to the best unit in the game, which is pretty good. And Saiyans, which is one of the best teams in the game, that's a really good passive ability. Now this is where people are scared of basically for him. Is every time, first of all, he nullifies attribute downgrades, cannot be canceled, which is really good. No debuffs can work on him. That's really nice. But this is what everybody's scared about, is when applies following effects occur to allies, GT, or regeneration when he switches to standby. So this is what Vados kind of have in her ability, where when she paired up with Rival Universe's God Ki, she gives them health and damage inflicted. But him, he only gives 10% health. He gives 10% health, but only 50% damage inflicted. While if we check Vados, I believe, let's see what Vados gives. I think Vados gives 10 health, but she also gives 35% damage inflicted to her allies, and then this stacks up as well, plus 5 up to 50%. So she gives a lot more damage inflicted buffs than Baby, but they both give healing to their team, which is really, really good, really good. But when you pop his main ability, he increases the allies' health restoration by 50%. So actually, this is actually going to increase by 15%. So this actually, when you pop his main ability, they're actually going to be healing up 15% instead of 10% when you pop his main. And then he actually does 40% damage inflicted to ally, GT, or tag regeneration for 20 timer counts. So that's a really big damage. That's a really big support buff right there. And then reduce damage by 20. So it's kind of like both of these, like Vegeta's, Baby Vegeta's has two different things about him. Like this one is more, he can give ki and prolong the prolonged combos and everything, while this one does damage inflicted and more about health restoration. So it's kind of interesting how basically they both have parts of Vado's ability, but they're split in a sense. Like this, you know what I'm saying? Like they both of them have Vado's abilities, but they're not whole as Vados. Like he has some part of Vados ability right here, and then he also has some part of Vados ability. So the question is, which one would you guys Zenkai? Like honestly, this is a discussion. I feel like if you want it to be more GT based, I feel like you should go with this guy, because even though this guy's a regeneration unit, he has nothing passive about being paired up with regeneration units. It's paired up with Saiyans and GT. When he gets this, but he gives these to his allies. It's not really specific to GT, so it can pretty much work on any team. But you really want to run him on the GT or Saiyans, because he gets the damage inflicted and the car draw speed and everything. So I think if they wanted to Zenkai unit, they will have to I would Zenkai him, because if this baby gets a Zenkai, most likely people are going to run him on the regen team, because he already have passive abilities that helps regen. Like they're not going to remove these buffs, because if they remove this, that means they're nerfing a unit, and for Dragon Ball Legends history, they have never nerfed the unit ever. So if they do nerf this, if they do take this regeneration, that means they're actually nerfing a unit, which they don't want to do, because that's going to scare a lot of people away. And there's a lot of things with the gacha laws and stuff. So, and they also have buffs for regen as well here. So they're not going to take that out, because they're not going to nerf your unit. So I feel like they should go for this guy to be the support for GT. Now I know Super 17 is the green Zenkai already, but I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like you can Zenkai buff this man, right? You can Zenkai buff this man with what's name, with 17. Think about Vados, right? If you look at Vados, you look at the GT, the God Key team. Pretty much, she gets Zenkai buffed by this Beerus. So I think that would really help, because usually support units are really fragile. They don't really take that much damage. They're really weak in their defenses. And I feel like if you have Zenkai 17 to buff this guy, the Zenkai buff this green Vegeta, I feel like he will take a lot of hits, and he'll be really good. And he can also hit even harder, because he's going to get what? Let me check him at max. Display maximum. He's going to get these extra buffs, 35 to both attacks and 40% to both defense. And then this Z ability right here, an extra 35% to both defense as well. This guy's going to be really, really tanky. So I really feel like you could have a team like this. Let's see. We have Zenkai 17, and then Senkai. This is going to be a Zenkai unit. This is going to be a Zenkai unit. And then you have LF Super Saiyan 4 right here. And you don't really need a blue. Maybe you want to get a health buffer on this team, something like this, right? And then you can have the yellow unit, the yellow LF Super Saiyan 4, or something like that. And I feel like that could be a really good team for GT. Like, they really just need They really just need a super strong support unit to take them to the next level. I feel like they're really good right now. They're really good. Looking at his ability, he has some support abilities off his Zenkai 6 ability, unique ability. But I just feel like if they have a straight up support unit, like someone like this, rather than the Super Baby 2, because Super Baby 2 is going to be most likely ran on regen more than GT. This guy's going to be more catered towards GT. I feel like the sky's the limit for this team, bro. Like, giving them more damage inflicted to these guys, both of these Zenkai's units right here, they hit really hard. Like, they hit really hard. And you have a guy that gives them more damage inflicted buffs and more key and everything, it's going to be really good, because this guy has what? Card draw speed? Permanent card draw speed right here. He has permanent card draw speed right here. No, it's right here. Yeah, he has permanent card draw speed already. Cannot be canceled. And this guy, when he gets his Zenkai, when you pop a green card, he gets card draw speed as well. So this going to be really good. I really feel like if they Zenkai this guy right here, I think this is the missing piece for GT, honestly. They might need a defensive unit. I mean, well, you have 17 right here, but I really feel like they really need that support unit to make them really, really compete into this metal. Like, once they get support, if they release a new support unit for GT or Zenkai this man, GT is going to be scary. Especially with those double Zenkai Super Saiyan 4s, this team is going to hit really hard. So that's my thoughts on who I think I will Zenkai. I will Zenkai the green baby instead of the blue baby for GT, because if like I said, Super Baby 2 already has passive related to regen, and I feel like more people are gonna run him on the regen team than the GT. Even if he gets under passive that's like catered more towards GT, I feel like more people still gonna run him on regen. But this guy, he wants to be ran more on GT Saiyan specific, so I think this guy is the person to go. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think the blue baby should get it or the green baby? I'm going with the green baby, especially since he can get double Zenkai buff. I mean, not double Zenkai, but Zenkai buff by this guy. And if he does get a Zenkai, he'll get double Zenkai buffs, so he'll be even more tanky. So yeah, that's it with this video. Let me know what you guys think about this discussion, who you guys are going to pick. And yeah, man, that's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe. It's big boy Greenruff, man. And I'm out. Peace.